Jim Emery, how low should you go? How low should you go? Jim Emery.
You have a speaking voice. Mm-hmm. How low should it go? There have been many famous deep voices.
That hairball is my son and your future king.
James Earl Jones. Not Darth Vader this time, but this time is Mufasa in The Lion King. Here's another.
Peace is not a luxury. It's not a weekend getaway or a fleeting feeling that comes and goes.
Oprah Winfrey with one of her many inspirational speeches. Both are great, deep voices. Do you wish you had a deep voice? Deep voices are more powerful. They're more effective. They command respect. Right? There must be dozens of research papers proving this, right? I have spent nearly 15 years searching for a single credible, scientific, peer-reviewed research study that proves that a low voice helps you be a better speaker. Even with AI, I haven't found any. So if you have one, you send it to me and I'll change this speech. So lacking credible research, I went to that fountain of knowledge, YouTube, and listened first to the most highly paid motivational speakers in the world. Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, Simon Sinek, do they all have low voices? There's no real correlation between making lots of money as a speaker and having a low voice. In fact, did you ever hear Zig Ziglar's voice? That voice never kept him from making millions of dollars every year for decades. Well, what about in politics? I looked at all of the U.S. presidential elections in my lifetime. Did the high voice candidate win or the low voice? It's almost exactly 50-50. In fact, Barack Obama won twice, once as the higher voice, once as the lower voice. And here's the voice of one of the most famous U.S. presidents.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
John F. Kennedy, who had a tenor voice even higher than mine. Well, finally, what about Toastmasters? We just had the World Championship of Public Speaking. Did the high voices win or the low voices? It's a wash. In fact, in 2018, Ramona J. Smith and two other women had the highest three voices in the finals, and they won all three of the top awards. So what's effective is not a high or a low voice. It's a natural, genuine voice. And it's easiest for you to deliver that in your own voice's optimal pitch range. While speaking out of range often sounds fake or not believable. Maybe you've run into that stereotypical used car salesman. Well, little lady, what's it going to take to get you into this car today? Ugh! Everyone on the planet knows that's fake, including the salesman. So how do you find your own optimum pitch range? Well, my singing teacher taught me this years ago. If you're listening to a friend tell a story and you want your friend to know that you're paying attention, you might do this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done that? I'll bet you have. Mm-hmm. Well, that mm-hmm perfectly bounds the optimum pitch range for your voice. The the lower pitch, is the reasonable bottom of where you should be speaking most of the time. No, I can talk way down there occasionally, but most of my speaking should bottom out on the of my and the is about as high as I should be speaking most of the time. I can go up there occasionally, but I wouldn't spend much time there. So perfectly bounds the optimum pitch range for my voice. Now, does that turn me into a monotone? No, there's plenty of room in between to vary your pitch. So now we're going to do this together. Now, stay on mute, please, but I want you to do it with me. Here we go. Yeah, you get it. Do it again. One more time, just to be sure. Yeah, that is your optimal pitch range. It's also your earworm for the rest of the evening. You just try to get rid of it. Well, I promised my voice teacher that I would speak in my range all the time. It was hard. Now, it wasn't physically hard, but emotionally, my voice is my identity. And this new voice just didn't sound like me. So I decided to do a test before I committed permanently. I was giving a product training session to my company's sales force, and the sales force was too big to give it all in one session, so we broke it up into 2 groups and had them on consecutive days, same time of day, same material, same PowerPoint slides, same dumb jokes, and same vocal variety. The only difference was on the first day, I spoke in my old pitch range, kind of down here, where I had been speaking for years. And on the second day, I spoke in my new optimal pitch range up here. What happened? Well, the first day, down in my low range, I noticed after about 20 minutes, I started to lose people. They started to look at their watches or maybe look in the program. Where on the second day in my new range, everyone stayed with me for the entire hour. So what did I learn? I learned that when I speak in my range, people listen to me. So what is the advantage to you to speak in your range? There are several. A clearer, more genuine voice. You'll be more believable, but most importantly, people will listen to you. Mr. Toastmaster.